Unit 4, Keeping Fish. Many people enjoy a fish aquarium at home. Though they may not be as interactive as cats and dogs, fish can be fun to watch, and they don't leave hair and little messes everywhere. And all it takes to get started is a tank, some water, and a little know-how. Some people prefer fish that are easier to keep, like guppies and goldfish, while more enthusiastic fish lovers may try more exotic breeds. But whether you choose easy to keep fish or a more finicky breed, there are some basic requirements that must be met, as there are with any pet. Water, of course, is the most important of these requirements, and without it, you may have some trouble keeping your fish alive. Though there are breeds that can survive in mud or even completely out of water for extended periods. The water should be cycled with a hardy breed, such as goldfish, as they are more likely to survive the initial shock. Or you can buy additives that will introduce the needed bacteria to help the cycling process. For more information about cycling a fish tank, search the internet for nitrogen cycle. Regardless, you have to remember that water straight out of the tap contains chlorine and chloramines that kill bacteria and make it safe for us to drink. But both can be lethal to fish. Chlorine will evaporate over time, but chloramines must be removed by using chemicals you can buy from your local pet store. Using bottled water is a good idea, provided the pH level is right, but it too has to be matured. Give your tank some time to culture detoxifying bacteria in the substrate and filter before you add your new friends. After your tank is matured, usually about a week or so, you shouldn't have to worry too much about the water. It should never be completely drained, nor should too much new water be added. As part of your maintenance, I recommend taking out about 25% of the water once a month and replacing it with treated fresh water that is the same temperature as the water already in the tank. If you take out any more, you run the risk of upsetting the balance, and you will create a nitrate problem. You'll know this when the water turns a milky color. You may need to clean some of the waste from the tank from time to time. A net is useful for removing floating debris or dead fish, and can also be used to remove excess food if you overfeed your fish, as too much food can create an ammonia spike in the water as it rots. Again, because of the nitrogen cycle. To use your net for this purpose, just dip it into the water and strain out the food. Make sure to discard the food and clean your net when you're finished. Waste can also accumulate on the bottom of the tank. The best method for removing this is to use a gravel cleaner, which is more or less a siphon that sucks out small particles. You can also buy 1 or 2 bottom feeders to help clean the tank. I recommend a Corridora, a small catfish. Let them do the work. When feeding your fish, only give them as much food as they can consume in about 2 minutes. Lightly sprinkle the food in one spot in your aquarium, not all over the place. Floating food is best for guppies, as they have upturned mouths. Goldfish, on the other hand, prefer food that either sinks to the bottom or is suspended below the surface. Ask your local pet expert which size and type of food is best for the fish you have. After a couple of minutes, remove any leftover food. Learning about keeping fish is not all that difficult. Having kept fish for a number of years and from talking to other enthusiasts, I can tell you that the number one reason for fish death is from inexperience. Impatient newcomers adding fish too early. Ignorance is no reason to kill a pet, even one as small and seemingly insignificant as a goldfish. 30 minutes of reading is probably more than enough time to learn everything you need to know to get started. Now, go and learn a little about your new friends.